Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 2 of the Meta Cup. We've got a fantastic set lined up for you all today. Our winners from yesterday, the Goons and Fam Squad, are ready to face off against each other in our first best of 5 in my tournaments. This is going to be a battle. The Goons is excited. Fam Squad's excited. My audio's not excited. It's all cutting out, but whatever. Maya's knocking out more blankets, so it all looks like terrible, but... Karibo showing his support for the Goons. As promised, no practice. None at all. Oh, come on. Yeah, the gentleman's agreement. Neither team has practiced more since yesterday. Which is hilarious to me. What do you guys say we jump, like, right into it? So, I just have to make one little adjustment to my overlay before we get started. Force of Habit is out. So, we did side selection between last night and today. Fam Squad has one side selection and will be taking blue side for our first game of the day. So, let's jump into the lobby here. Fam versus TG game 1. Make sure it's tournament draft, because if I accidentally load into a blind pick, that'd be tragic. It's actually the worst. Alright, captains are invited. The rest of the teams are loading in, and we will give a quick interview to both of our teams before we get started. First of all, the Goons, welcome.
Hello! Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy to be back.
Pineapple's back. Yeah, that's exciting. So, today you've had to make a substitution. We do have Zaz out, and Pineapple is back in the mid lane.
It's true.
So, with Pineapple here, do you guys think you're going to smash these games even harder than you did last time?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think the dynamic between Pineapple and her best friend, Remedy, we can't lose. Because friendship always wins. We're the anime protagonists.
Anime laws. That's... Dude, that is some pretty extreme power, I've gotta say.
And, there has been some theory crafting.
Ooh. But no practice.
No practice.
No practice, just theory crafting.
Just theory crafting.
I see. Well, Goons, before I go, do you have any trash talk for Fam Squad?
Not
Yo,
a trash
Andrew,
talk, but
Andrew, your hair
let's have a good
nappy.
game.
Yo, whoever
hair
the enemy
nappy.
top laner is, you're getting trashed. I'm telling you.
Oh, by the way, just so you know, I'm playing Trundle.
Oh, we're doing the Trundle joke again, huh? Where
I'm
everyone
playing
is Trundle? Got it.
Anybody on the enemy team.
Alright, well...
That's all I gotta say. Good luck.
I love how, like, all of you, except one, are just on the same page about not trash talking.
No, screw you. I'm gonna win.
Alright,
way,
Goons, good luck. And now...
Don't ban Jinx.
Oh, and
We're gonna jump quickly into Fam Squad. How are you doing today, guys?
Doing
Hashtag Fam Squad.
Hey, still no practice, baby.
So we also have a substitution for Fam Squad. Today Cam is going to be out, and we have a new top laner. Hello. So first of all, thank you all for coming back. How do you guys feel about today's games? How confident are you going into this?
I'm
feeling good.
Depends on what they
I think
pick.
they got a good team.
It depends
I
on
think
how
they
much
got
of the
this.
rules they skirt with their picks.
I had a good time yesterday. Yeah.
Well, having a good time is really all that matters, right? But you know, winning's also pretty fun. So
no, the only thing that matters is winning.
So the only polite time to trash talk is before the games. So do you guys have any trash talk for the Goons?
I mean, I think
There's a thing called Alt F4ing, and there's also a thing called deleting System 32.
No, I got no trash talk for a team named the Goons. You can't have no. There's no disrespect there. It's a great name.
All right, you know what? There's a lot of respect on the Rift today. So good
I
luck.
think after I watched LEC and seeing Schalke destroy G2 today, I think anything's possible. So going off that, a team with no practice can definitely beat a team that's been sitting in lobby for 2 hours.
All right, well, good luck, fam squad.
Good.
It looks like we have just about everybody in the lobby at the moment. Fam squad is ready. We see that we have the go-ahead from May. We're just waiting on the go-ahead from Sean as well. I've got like I forgot to do something. I noticed this thing on the ground, and I'm just like, frick. You can't type? Oh, okay. LMAO. Goons chat is broken, but that isn't R. So, game 1, Fam Squad versus the Goons yet again. We're going to see what adaptations these teams have made, what they learned from watching the games yesterday, and the first ban is going to be Gnar. They definitely don't want the Goons to have their on-hit Gnar yet again. Both teams since the substitution does make this pretty interesting. That's annoying. Trundle is also taken off the table. But Cam was subbed out. So, that was the Trundle player the other day. Kennen gone for the bot lane of the Goons as well. And that answer is going to be Malphite. So taking that one away from May. Now it's important to note that with the substitutions, both teams have a bit of an X factor in their new lane positions. Like, we don't know what Fam Squad's top laner plays a lot of. We don't know what Pineapple plays a lot of in terms of off meta. Rip to the Yordles. Yeah, there's so many Yordle bans. Sona is going to be the first pick. Goons not going to, like, not putting the same fear into that pick as the Minty Edgelords did yesterday. So Username is actually going to be able to draft his Sona. We're going to see how that one goes, because this will be the first time it's appeared in the bot lane of this tournament. Kale going to be locked in first. We're going to see what that Kale build is, and Poppy locked in for the Trash King. Poppy Jungle is surely what's going to be played. In this particular game, at least. I have seen him play it again. So Thresh going to be locked in for Caligator, going back to his extremely potent 80 Thresh in a Lucian top. Now, I was actually contacted about this build. Asterial is possibly going to be doing something very spicy with this Lucian. And we'll just have to see where that goes. So, and Jinx finally locked into Sinfernal, potentially a lethality Jinx. Some exciting music. If Sona roams, Kale gets to free farm. True, but like, how good is the scaling of this Kale build? What build is it going to be? Kale, in the top lane at least, is banned from both AP and on-hit builds. So there's a chance this could be a crit build. We don't know for sure. But Nautilus is actually going to be taken away from the Goons. Ashe taken away from Fam Squad. I don't know which other players is a big Ashe player, come to think of it. So that ban... It also could be a swap. Very true. Zedaran, welcome to the stream. Steven, welcome. And finally, Orianna taken away from Remedy. So we're not going to be able to see the Orianna again. Veigar gone, additionally. So they are actually banning some stuff they saw from... the Force of Habit the other day. Ezreal's support's going to be locked in from Remedy. Yeah, but I can also notice it. I have a quick thing I have to answer. Let me check. So we're going to see a Vi locked in for May. I don't know how the Vi is going to be used. And finally, Karma locked in for Law. And a Fiddlesticks for Pineapple. No. It's actually Rem's Fiddlesticks and Pineapple's Ezreal. How is Rem going to use the fiddle here? Attack speed Vi. Imagine if it's attack speed Vi. No, that's totally what it is, isn't it? That's totally what this is going to be. Machine gun Yowie heads. Yeah, how are you doing, Jacob? Good to see you. So we have all the eliminated teams also starting to come in here to pay their respects to the finalists. I really like that. What kind of fiddle style are we seeing? Because it's funny, you look at the Goons team comp, and it's one of those games where, you know, at base value, it doesn't look too off meta until they start getting their items, for sure. Like, because one thing you will notice in this tournament is people tend to go for picks that they are comfortable on. They just change up how it works a little bit. Which makes sense. That's something that is expected, basically. So the Goons are going to continue their strategy of mid lane marksman, by the looks of it. I'm very interested to see how Rem makes the Fiddlestick support work, because he can't build AP. You think you see what's going on? What do you think, Karibo? Double jungle? River Fiddle! Let's go! Could you imagine if they double jungled it? Yeah, so far people have stuck to the conventional roles, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah, good luck, Pineapple. Oh, what is this? You want to see if it... River Fiddle... Right, because River Fiddle is technically a jungler. Dude, the York theme... Actually, no, it goes hard. So we can leave this on. It's the tension-building music. Ooh. So... if everyone sticks with their expected roles here... Excuse me. We may have... I mean, I'm a little surprised about the double ignite on the Sona Thresh. Unless they have lane swapped some stuff to put Sona in the top lane, which they might have actually done. This is entirely possible. Yeah, there's probably AP Ezreal, Lethality Jinx. Might be tank Fiddlesticks. Full tank Fiddle actually would make a lot of sense here. Yeah, so that would make Sona top. Oh, Karma with the heal. They may be swapping all their carries here. So Caligator still support, may still jungle, but all the actual farming laners may have just swapped roles. So Law may be taking this Karma in the bot lane. It does sound disgusting. They should put that on an actual tank. I think that'd be hella balanced. But we are about 15 seconds away from loading into Summoner's Rift today, guys. Oh, let's get our early predictions out. Just off the basis of yesterday and knowing the substitutions that have been made. Who do you guys think is going to take this series? My pro analysts in chat, I need your opinions. Mundo W, but it silences. That's vile. That's absolutely disgusting. So let's see. Pineapple is running Dark Harvest on the Ezreal mid. Fiddlesticks with Grasp of the Undying. Glacial Lucian. Dark Harvest Sona. Electrocute Poppy. We've got some spicy keystones. Dark Harvest Jinx as well. Very, very spicy keystones today. Just off the bat. Yeah, sure enough, Caligator is going for the 80 Thresh once again. The Goons can't just funnel all the kills into Zaz. I mean, funneling kills is a lot harder. Electrocute Poppy is standard. You want Sean's Poppy? I mean, Sean's Poppy was disgusting when I saw it the other day. It hasn't been played in tournament yet, but it was like one of the most insane things I have ever seen Sean play. Like, he popped the hell off. Let's get this going. Objective timers on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put my roll predictions in here at the very least. And we will see if I'm right. Sona's taking the Spell Thieves, and it very well might be Sona top. We want to move this back into the corner here so we can read the chat, everybody.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
That Ezreal skin is so funny, just with the toast. Fiddlesticks has Spectral Sickle this game, actually. So this is going to be some AD focus coming out from the Fiddlesticks. At least, so it's really an auto-attack focused setup for the early lane from Remedy. And I actually really like what they're doing with this. I haven't actually seen that Poppy skin get used very often. It's kind of good. But we have sort of a 3-point defense where both teams are covering their bot side jungle entirely, and only the top laners are left to deal with this one. Some wards.
Carrying a weapon without a permit? Community service. I don't.
We have the Aethering Kale skin here. So Fan Squad's starting to establish some vision over the river just a little bit, so they're going to know if Sean ever shows his face in the top side river. And we do have another just roam Sona going on in the top lane. This is our second one we've seen. Fam Squad was not the team to run it last time. That was actually Force of Habit. But we'll see if they're able to have as much success. It really does feel like the meta for this tournament is starting to trend towards marksmen in the mid lane. Craig, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Sona immediately starting to get some pressure here. I want to see what the Kale ends up building. Because Kale has so many restrictions put on her for this tournament in the top lane. That I don't... I really don't know where this is going to be going. Pineapple getting the worst of this particular trade. Lucian putting quite a lot of damage onto the Ezreal. Sean trying to just run straight through the lane with blue buff. Charge going through. Not really getting as much damage as he'd want on the Lucian. So that's kind of a gank for just... That's kind of a gank just for some pressure back, I believe. Glad to hear you're doing alright. And they certainly know that, no, the ward is expired, actually. They may not have caught a glimpse of the Poppy, but they know the general's how to do that. Right, it's just the big weakness of a marksman in the mid lane is the fact that the mid jungle can just chain CC or really, like, it is more vulnerable for the marksman. But I definitely see why these teams are starting to go for this. Even if both of these marksmen ended up being played closer to mages. Lucian Ignite comes out, forces Pineapple's barrier, and Pineapple is really starting to get pressured in this lane. Ethereal, new substitute for the Fam Squad, really showing why, like, he should be on this team. So the Ezreal's going to be forced back already, and Mei is out CSing at this point. Like, the bot side crab is going the way of Fam Squad. Top side crab has yet to be taken. Yeah, so far Mei's presence on the map, just getting herself some income, is a little more effective than Sean's. The pathing is a little better, I believe. So now we just lie in wait. I feel like this top is going to be relatively... Never mind! The Dark Harvest makes this, like, very much a poke-oriented thing. And we're going to check Sinfernal, actually. 2 points into the zap, none into the Flame Chompers. Oh, as we were looking away, though, Arthur forced the flash. First Blood goes over to Username with the Sona. Sona top gets the better of Kale here. But is Sean going to be able to turn it around? The Poppy jumps in. Electrocute pops into Sona. Sona slows at the power cord. There's some more action happening in the bot side of the map. Sona trying to run away. Healing comes out. Sean trying to run her down. The Q's hammer shock slows. Sona's still trying to get away. I really don't care about what's happening bot lane at the moment. Lucian potentially moving up. Going to try to save his Sona here. Sean's overchasing a little bit. The turn around. 2 people here. Sean's flash is not available. Glacial Augment autos popped. Arthur teleporting to save his top laner. The Stereo now on the backside here, trying to do a few more. Pineapple taken pretty low again, but they will all get out at the cost of the Kale teleport. Good play from Fam Squad. It's like a yeah, no, the Poppy damage does seem pretty significant, but unfortunately not quite enough. And it seems like as the macro of this tournament is developing too, the teams are really starting to show themselves out of lane more. That last game from the Goons, game 6 of yesterday, was one of the cleanest macro games we've seen all tournament. So, Fam Squad's starting to give them a run for their money. And Pineapple finds herself with a 2-level deficit on the Lucian, forced to flash. Mid lane going so much in favor of Fam Squad. So really, the Goons have mostly bot lane at this point, but the gold lead is not staggering. Something could still turn this situation. We have our pro analyst on standby, Maya. What do you think about the state of this game? Come on up. Come on up. She's not really coming up. May just coming back with a... She's actually building into Cinder Hulk, so this looks like it's going to be full tank vibe. Vamp Scepter built on the Lucian at the moment. And I do think I know where this is going. It's not going to be Blade of the Ruins game, but it is very likely to be a Gunblade. Pineapple with the D-Ring still struggling a little bit. And I still have yet to see where the Kale build is going. Is it going to be like... Well, we're going to find out, but for now, the focus is starting to go on the bot side of the map. There's no wars established here just yet. Caligator still actually has a vision score of 0, unfortunately. Trade 1 there, but look top lane. Trash King Arisen trying to get something on to the Sona. Crescendo is available. Username just trying to go deeper into the Kale. Trying to turn this here. Meanwhile, Pineapple getting run down by the Calling in the mid lane. Barrier not enough to save her. A Crescendo just, gets that gank out of the way. Username plays it very well, but the Goons mid lane is looking very, very different today. So we'll see if this Lucian's able to take over the game for Fam Squad. What is this going to turn into? Is this going to turn into more dragon control? Is this going to turn into more pressure on the top side of the map? Do they just want their Sona snowballing harder? Well, we'll have to see. We also have yet to see Law take a recall, just sitting on the Doran's Ring on this bot lane Karma. So, once Law recalls, there may be a chance that Fam Squad's Dragon Pressure dissipates a little bit. Stereo is going back to base, an Amp Tome bot for the Lucian. This is going to be Hextech Gunblade. So we'll have to, May is actually going for an invade here. Pineapple looking for a roam. Caligator does not land a hook on anything here. Is May going to be caught on the backside? No, Pineapple does not actually spot May until she gets onto the pink. Perhaps they know where she came from. But the Goons are now looking at this dragon area, trying to stop May from getting anything. Vi is obviously not going to get caught up by the Ezreal. But Fam Squad's bot lane has yet to take a recall. Look, Karma's sitting on 1900 gold, Thresh on 1200, almost 1300. And Sean is really putting a lot of time to this top lane, trying to get Arthur some space to breathe and scale on this Kale. But as of right now, he is struggling a little bit. You know, because the Sona CS is misleading. Sona still does have quite a lot of gold. There is still an advantage there. The Trash King has tried to start Rift Herald, but Sona's not 100% scaled off, so she will easily get that hammer, or the hammer canceled by Crescendo, and that's a second kill for Sona. Fam Squad really starting to take over this game. But what I don't exactly love is the fact that neither team has gone for the dragon just yet. I do think there's an opportunity because the Lost Chapter is purchased for Karma, BF Sword on the Thresh. And, ooh, okay, so Remedy is actually, I believe, using our rules to his advantage. So, this tournament has what I call the Aqua Dragon test when devising the rule set. And that's that, I follow the one streamer called Aqua Dragon. Great guy, awesome off-meta player, and every one of his champions has to be legal. That was, like, part of what our guidelines here. And so he's got the Tank Karthus mid, and that's why we banned builds, not just champions positions. Because Tank Karthus has to go there. Tank Karthus does rely on a Rod of Ages, and so we decided to allow either Rod of Ages or Archangel Staff as the basis for tank builds. But we'll have to talk about the Rod of Ages a little later. Sean caught up here. Remedy going in with the Crowstorm, trades his life to save his jungler for this dragon. But the Culling going to take down Trash King anyway. Law burns the heal. But it's not a lot. Blue team has slain the dragon. So that does finally go over to the side of Fam Squad as we expected. Unfortunate situation for the Goons. So as I was saying with the Roa though, Roa is allowed as the basis for tank builds as long as there's no other AP following it. So we're very likely about to see a Rod of Ages into pure tank Fiddlesticks. Meanwhile, the call field's completed for Jinx. It is a bot lane lethality Jinx. And Blade of the... Is this a... Caligator going crazy. How are you doing, Smelt? Good to see you. Yeah, the BF sword on Thresh already. Potentially going into the Storm Razor. We're probably going to see some insane damage out of him later on. Gunblade completed for the mid lane Lucian. So Ysteriel's snowballing out of control at this point, giving Fam Squad, like, a lot of pressure. Pineapple with a huge CS deficit. 1,500 gold behind her counterpart. Very, very unlucky at the moment. So the Goons at this point are going to need to consider, like, how do we regroup? How do we get around this? Because it is not going to involve flash for flash there. Pineapple does burn Lucian's flash, fortunately. So there's a tiny bit of benefit, but that play did very much go in favor of Fam Squad. Double sums burn. Oh, and at the top side, another crescendo. Arthur going to try to keep himself alive here. And a killing spree for username. Sona top, 3-0-0. Lucian mid, 2-0-0. These solo lanes, like, Fam Squad's bot lane, they just need to chill. They don't even need to, like, force themselves to get a lead here. But Sean, the Poppy does so much damage now, despite being 0-2. Items are starting to come in here. And the Hammer Shot going to shut down the Sona. That is the Goons' first kill of the game. True Shot Barrage going to, like, leave Pineapple vulnerable, actually. Ysteriel knows where Sean is. Not going to be afraid of that one. So this Lucian's going crazy. But what now? What are they going to do? Do they... No towers have fallen just yet. Mid lane is actually the closest with just one plate left. Ysteriel's probably not going to stay at this health and mana. No, but is this the play they go for next? Is Fam Squad going to focus in on that mid lane tower to free their Lucian up on the map? Arthur has hidden for or gone mid for a moment. Crowstorm comes out from Rem. A lot of damage going down onto him though. The drain not quite enough. Law takes him out. Caligator gets exhausted. But Rem, an unfortunate Crowstorm, not getting him the kill he wanted. Of course, Sinfernal will get some free farm off this, but don't know if we can call worth on that one. Now, the next dragon spawning is going to be a Cloud Drake in 2 minutes. It'd be extremely valuable if that fell. I don't love what I'm seeing from the Kale here. Oh, Pineapple getting gunbladed again by the Lucian. Glacial Augment keeping her in place as another Culling just runs her down. Now let's take a look at the Culling. The Culling does, in fact, have an AP ratio on it. So that is going to be the mid lane tower going down. But the Goons are throwing some mid lane focus here. Blue team destroys the first tower, but Lucian is likely going to go down. A fear, sending Lucian into the tower, and another shutdown for the Trash King. Poppy is getting gold. Is this going to be the Goons' way back in the game? Well, it is a little too early to call that sort of thing, but it looks like May is going to be donating her blue buff from the Lichbane Sona top. Maya has smacked my door open. I'm like, what the fuck is happening in my room here? But this is the cat. So let's check the gold here. Bot lane just took a recall for Fam Squad. So the Ludens is completed on Karma. It's Bruiser Poppy. Triforce done for Sean. Crescendo here. May is available. Cease and desist. Kale, you're not going to be invincible long enough to survive the onslaught from Sona, and that's Arthur's third death of the game. So now Vi is going to be going for the Herald here. So it looks like the Goons are possibly going to be, or sorry, it looks like, no. My mistake. This is Fam Squad going for the Herald. The Sona damage! Flash out a username, blocking the dodging the Poppy ultimate. There's not going to be any verdicts out of you, Poppy. And this is Arthur's teleport. Pineapple's taken very, very low. This may be teleporting into a 1v3, and it actually is. Kale in a bad spot. Caligator about to land the hook, but forces the flash out of Arthur. And now, with the Herald secured onto May, Fam Squad may set their sights on the Cloud Drake. In the rule set, we did ban Soraka top, but we did not include the Sona. Rem trying to back in there. That was a blind shot from Law. No wards there. Just happens to find the Fiddlesticks. They knew he was around. And May continue soloing the dragon. Oh, this is just disastrous for the Goons. Hysterial is continuing to push top. Username on a killing spree. Dragon secured 13-2, and the Fam Squad has accumulated a 7,000 gold lead already. Now let's take inventory here. The Rod of Ages is not quite done on Fiddlesticks, but it is starting to get there. Ghostblade completed on Jinx, who is still 0-0. There's actually the Rod of Ages as we speak. Caligator building into that. Serial jumping in, calling, getting so much damage onto Arthur. The Ignite going to just immediately burn him down. This Kale is taking so much damage, but look at the Poppy retaliation. That hammer hurts quite a bit. This Yordle is out for blood. Specifically Lucian's blood. Also Sona's a little bit. Because Sean is responsible for every single kill they have. The Fam Squad is now like really committing to the bot lane. First tower goes down. Herald's going to get a charge off. As Fam Squad is actually distributing their resources across the map pretty well. Sona's still pushing here. The Goons do not have enough to stop this from being taken. Tier 2 gone as well. This is one of the fastest games we've seen so far. Almost as dominant as the Goons game yesterday. This is incredible. So the Goons do manage to prevent that second charge from Shelly. Going to manage to keep all of the health onto their tower in front of their inhibitor. And now, at this point, the Goons are really just waiting for Fam Squad to make a mistake. Like, they have to keep banking on some kills just getting donated over. Stormrazor is completed for Caligator. There's going to be an Oblivion Orb on the Karma. Lucian now building into a Gnasher's Tooth. If they did any scouting, they would have seen that Omega was one-tricking it. Yeah, and they actually lane swaps to get him into top lane, too. These teams may have had a gentleman's agreement to not practice, but they didn't have a gentleman's agreement to not scout, so that is just a mistake. Rem going to be immediately taken or slowed down. The fear does stop the calling, though. Exhaust comes up into your stereo. 3 people over here. Rem gets the Crow Storm off, and they shut down the Lucian. That killed also going over to Sean. Almost over to Sinfernal, but the Goons managed to get a pick. Sona at the moment is just hiding in the bush. And I'll note that they're actually putting Pineapple bot lane to just soak some farm. They're just trying to get her back in the game. That's a roaming death squad. A lot of damage on the Fiddlesticks. Caligator's hook actually goes wide. The Crescendo catches up to Poppy as well. Fiddlesticks down very quickly, and May takes the kill onto the Trash King. I'm going to have to check my Vi rules in a moment. AD, Bruiser. AD and tank items cannot be purchased. Full tank, AS, and Italian still allowed. Okay, so I believe I see a violation of the rules on the side of both teams, actually, which means I cannot afford a loss, or I cannot award a loss to either of them. But the Triforce, if completed, will violate Vi's bans. If it were full tank, that'd be fine. However, this Blade of the Ruined King being built on Kale, also extremely illegal. So the teams are kind of playing dirty here. They're not really going within the rules of the tournament today. They're close to it, but I believe there's just a bit of a misunderstanding here. Captain Remedy trying to catch out the Sona, but no, Lucian is right here, and that is an unstoppable 8-1 Sona. Some bad positioning from there. Imagine building something illegal. We'll have to wait, though. Caligator manages to get the hook. The Keeper's Verdict goes wide. Poppy locked up in the May. Here, Kale with the Divine... What's this thing called again? Divine Judgment. I was actually so close. Manages to save her jungler. But with Sean limping back to base, the Yordle's not going to be present here. Oh, Crowstorm comes out. Hold on. Law may be caught out a little bit. Psychic Heal comes out, but the shutdown onto Karma. Vi getting some more. Username is unstoppable. May have gone in a little too deep, and a kill for Jinx. Infernal getting some damage here. Meanwhile, Lucian dueling Poppy. Calling available. Gunblade going to be used. Doesn't want to get slammed. No stun coming out there. Calling not actually available. Dash forward. Ezreal going to shut down the Lucian, but a kill comes out for Poppy. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Sona actually took out Kale as well. Username is 10-1. I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know why you would even tell them though, because if they build an illegal thing, they get awarded a loss. So your team just wins that because they messed up. So 25 stacks of Medjais on the Sona. Look at this. There is now a a Spectre's Cowl being built on the Fiddlesticks. What looks like it could be some flat AD item, perhaps a cleaver for the Jinx. Pineapple finally has the Luden's Echo completed. And we have... Let's see here. My brain's going blank. This is my warm-up game, guys, right? I need to... I'm just getting the swing of commentating for some reason. Guess I'm a little distracted today. But we have Fam Squad knocking on the inhibitor. Keeper's Verdict knocks away one of the strongest members of Fam Squad, but the Lucian is still present. So it's still going to be quite difficult. Caligator with the zoning hook. Sean standing pretty deep. Getting rooted up. Cullen comes up from Lucian, but Rem is going to immediately go for the exhaust. They diving in a little deep. Fear onto the Fiddlers. Username is legendary for the Poppy. That's their biggest carry. Kale ult comes out to protect Remedy here. Going to try to drain it up on a double kill for the Sona. Jinx ult's not going to be able to finish anyone up. The Super Mega Death Rocket not quite enough damage. Infernal trying to poke back a little bit. Sona flashes forward. A third kill. Triple for the Sona as the inhibitor goes down. The Fam Squad may be able to continue pushing here. Quadra kill for the Sona. Is it going to be the Penta? Pineapple very low in Fountain here. Sona also just trying to heal up. A second inhibitor destroyed for Fam Squad. Are we going to see the Sona pentakill? No. Trash King and Remedy are respawning too quickly. Unless... No. Almost. Sona going for it. No kill onto Pineapple here. One tower down. Remedy with the Coast Storm going forward. They're just trying to save the game a little bit. Get one kill, but you stereo with the kill onto Captain Remedy. His 7th kill of the game as well. Fam Squad thinks they can keep going. People starting to respawn inside of the Goons. Trash can take it very low. Username with another pop onto the Poppy. And this damage is just insane. Lucian with the Gnasher's Tooth. More damage coming out here. Bing bong boom. And that will be it for the Fam Squad. GG, well played. What an incredible game. Now, I do have to put a bit of a competitive ruling on that one. Both teams actually had a slightly illegal build going, which means neither team is awarded a loss because both were in violation here. This Triforce on Vi could not be completed because that is combining an AD and tank item on a champion who's banned from like doing that. And the Blade of the Ruined King on Kayle is not permitted. If we check the intent rule, Blade of the Ruined King is always banned on champions with an attack speed ban, which Kayle does in fact have in the top lane. No, she doesn't. She has an on-hit build. Oh, that was crit Kayle, wasn't it? That was going to be using that technicality in there because it's considered an AD item if followed by crit, but Kayle didn't actually get any more items. I think that's what was going on. It was tank Kayle with a Bork. Really? In that case, Blade of the Ruined King is an on-hit item because on-hit is banned from Kayle. But it doesn't matter too much. We will just get... We thought Tri was allowed on anything. No, the Triforce rule says, due to its cost, Trinity Force cannot be considered valid under the intent rule on its core users. That was the little technicality there. Let's get the music back on, everyone. Bork is allowed for on-hit as long as it isn't... Alright, we'll fix that for the next tournament, because that is not, that is a loophole in the rules. But, it's legal. We will go in for an interview with the victorious Fam Squad. Fam Squad, how are you doing?
Confused as shit after that ruling, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, what a dominant performance that game. That was just incredible.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. It was pretty slapping.
I got carried that game.
You got carried that game. Fair enough. Still, Caligator, deathless on the Thresh, right? Yeah, 0-0-11. Some incredible, like, solo lane games there.
Thank you.
So knowing that the Goons are very likely going to adapt after that, do you think you guys will be able to match that same level of dominance even on some different picks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Got a
Yeah.
question, is that yes?
Dude, I'm bad at interviews, okay? I'm trying my hardest. Like,
You got it.
Wait, okay, so for Triforce, right?
Yes.
You say, like, in here, it says, like, due to its cost, Triforce cannot be considered valid under the intent rule on its core users.
Yes.
So, but what do you rule?
I mean, you cannot
be-
build. I mean, you can't, like, Vi's a core Triforce user, so you can't, like,
Okay.
fit a Trinity Force in there. Besides,
Okay.
even if Vi wasn't a
Oh,
core
that's what
Triforce,
you meant. Okay.
even if Vi wasn't a core Triforce user, she has an AD, or like Vi has the AD Bruiser ban, which means she can't combine tank and AD items. So if that was full tank Vi, which is what I expected, then that's fine. But like the Triforce started to be built, and I was like,
Okay.
that's not
Okay,
right. Gee,
Okay.
I think
that ain't it.
we were confused on how it was worded.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now that we know that, because like one idea I had was like, oh, if I go AP Corki with like a Trinity
Triforce
Force,
still.
but like
Yeah.
now that I know it, like better understand it, now I know that I can't build that, so that like
Yeah,
changes.
that's on us.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Some
how we
ideas.
understood it from
Yeah.
yesterday, so I mean, it's, yeah. So-
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll just get that confusion sorted out.
Cool, thank you.
It looks like both teams... good luck next game. It looks like both teams have a little bit of replanning to do. So what we will do is go on a quick break, give myself time to get some water here. I have not set up the... Okay, hold on. Fam Squad has to be over here. Goons over there. And we will be back for Game 2 of Fam Squad versus the Goons in just a moment. Alright, everybody, let's get started for game number 2! I was reading the rules once again, and the reason I did not elect to give a loss to either team, despite the phage... But, like, Phage itself should have been in violation of the rules on Vi. But this Bork ruling, I basically just read my own rules and, like, when you read explicitly those, then technically the Blade of the Ruined King on Kale was legal there. Despite that feeling really weird. But also we have, like, I thought it went without saying that Blade of the Ruined King is an on-hit item, right? So it doesn't just stop being considered an on-hit item because you didn't build more on-hit. So that does mean that technically both teams should be in violation of the rules, and we will go with the outcome of the game. So I will explicitly clarify that in the next revision of the rule set. I just thought, like, Blade of the Ruined King being an on-hit item would be obvious enough. We have, now, with that game, little bit of drama around that one, but we are going to move past that into game number 2. Fam Squad leads by 1 game. We're going to see the Goons on blue side this time around. Ooh, let's get hype, everyone. I hope Champ Select starts while this song is still playing. Dum, bum, bum. Yeah, no, look, it explicitly says here as well, the intent rule does not cover items intended to cheat around a technicality in the rule set. And that is 100% a technicality. Bork is on hit, is still considered on hit if followed by more on hits, but there's an exception that says if Bork is followed by crit, then it's, like, technically considered an AD item. Because there's some circumstances when it's just, like, the setup for a crit build, like a delayed crit build. And so hopefully we will see some spicier picks this time. I don't know. I do feel a little awkward, but I don't believe I'm in the wrong for this particular ruling. That is 3 Rs. Both teams are ready, everybody. The Goons versus Fam Squad game number 2. If the Goons are able to shake off the results of last game, stay tilt-proof this time around, we will see if they're able to make their comeback. Let's go. That's 3 Rs. That's 3 Rs. Damn it, we're gonna lose our hype champ select music. Ree! And here we go. Trash King Arisen set up to take first pick, and Law for the counter pick on red side. That's how these teams are going to set themselves up. Sona going to be the immediate first man. They are not letting that one through again, and for good reason. Gnar going to be taken away from Arthur yet again. We also, and then we're just waiting for the next one. Malphite taken away from May. They do not want her to have access to that. I almost clicked X on OBS by mistake. Kennen taken off the table, and it seems like Fam Squad is sticking with the same set of fans. This time around, though, Caligator is not getting a hold of Thresh. And Ziggs is going to be the last ban again. So exact same bans coming out of the side of Fam Squad. They thought their bans were quite effective that last game. And this time, though, the Goons have switched up 2 out of the 3. So I want to see what that allows them to get. Nautilus available for the Trash King. Going to be the first pick. Potentially Tank Nautilus. Also possibly his patented crit Nautilus, which will be extremely spicy. A Fiora is actually locked in for Omega here. And we don't know where exactly it's going. Cal is then going on to his Blitzcrank if Thresh is banned. So this is going to be the AP Blitzcrank. Pineapple is now considering Lulu. Going to be locked in. Enchanter Lulu mid, totally allowed. AP Lulu mid, also allowed. So we're going to see what setup Pineapple wants to go for. if they're going to try to get some like some funnel setup going here. But the jungle is not exactly like hyper carry. It may very well just be AP Lulu. Mysterio's gonna go back to the Lucian. Oh, this is a good song. This is a good song. Let's go. So now we have Rem and Arthur left, and May and Law. So actually, I want to see if the Goons is able to punish May going after the second round of bans. Are they going to target her picks here? Like, the Vi might come off the table, Morgana perhaps. They may eliminate Nunu. Because May has the chance to get very target banned here, and that could work out in the Goons' favor. So, we will see. Trundle banned yet again. They do not want to deal with the Trundle. Possibly forgetting that Cam is not in the tournament. I don't know where the Trundle would go, so I do think that's kind of a wasted ban. Kale taken off the table for Fam Squad as well. They don't want Arthur getting a hold of that one. They may be looking to target ban Arthur, or perhaps the second ban goes over to Rem. Heimerdinger taken off the table. Fiora is only banned from... Fiora has an AD Bruiser ban for the top lane and no restrictions anywhere else. Don't forget that username technically is the bot player, so this could be an AD carry Fiora if they want to go back to their registered roles. Because last game we did see like a role swap. So Karma is banned, and May has actually gone completely unbanned here. So we may see the Nunu, we may see Morgana, Vi again. They could return to the tank Vi. Depends on what they want to pick. I kind of expect Morgana. Yep, okay, sure enough. No, it actually is going back to the Vi. No Triforce this time. If Triforce is banned, or built, or the Phage even, Fam Squad will be awarded the loss, regardless of how it's played. So now, we can almost guarantee that the Fiora is going bot lane, I think. Yes, it does. Rem, thinking about what he wants to pick. He's actually going to lock in Annie. So it's going to be a Malzahar, Annie bot lane. Double mage seems to be the specialty bot lane of the Goons this tournament. We have a DM here. It's Iceborne, Gauntlet, a tank. I don't make the distinction. Getting some questions from Fam Squad here. Rumble going to be locked in for Law, and I do expect top Lucian, mid Rumble, bot lane Fiora. So that's going to be an interesting pick. AP Nasus picked yet again for Arthur the 7th. We're going to see if he can make the run back with this pick. It didn't look great last time. Well, here's the thing. For the sake of this tournament, I don't define what a bruiser item and a tank item is. Like they're either AD items or they're tank items. And the AD Bruiser classification just prevents you from mixing them. As well as like a couple other things. Oh, because you can't build either AD or tank items. So it just restricts you from both. Annie's running the exhaust. We see Rem actually really with a strong preference for this summoner spell and support. Which is an interesting trend to note. We'll see if it actually makes a difference against Fiora Blitzcrank, because Fiora's got quite a bit of true damage in her kit, doesn't she, on the vitals? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm just going to get myself some conclusive proof one way or another. Give me a second, everyone. And then we will know for sure whether this is going to work or not. Fiora's vitals do, in fact, do bonus true damage. So the exhaust is not going to mitigate that. We had some TFT music going. Okay. I'm very, very interested in these melee bot lanes. Because I think if you're going to pair a melee bot lane with someone, Blitzcrank is not a bad pick. I know Yuumi, of course, enables that very well, but I don't believe there is a viable Yuumi build that can be taken functionally for this tournament in support. Unless you go, like, actually full AP, which I do believe is allowed, but significantly weaker than it was in Season 9. What do we want to... So, we saw the Malzahar working quite well last time. I am a little worried that unless the Goons can get, like... Oh, hold on. There actually is a pretty significant... no, actually, this time it's you, Kribo. There is actually a potential huge drawback on the side of the Goons, and that's that almost all of their damage is magic damage unless we see the crit Nautilus. So that's going to force Sean to pick either tank or marksman. And if it is marksman Nautilus, or not marksman Nautilus, but crit Nautilus, if it is attack speed, then we can very well see the enchanter Lulu. But there's still a huge amount of magic damage on the side of the Goons. Meanwhile, Fam Squad has a bit more of a damage distribution, but also, like, since Vi's going to be building tank, she can really itemize well against this. Of course, like, having full AP, it can be argued, is even worse than full AD, because AD is at least pretty often consistent damage. AP champions usually have a lot more burst, and that having that mitigated is just... It can spell disaster for the side of the Goons. So, honestly, I do think that the Fam Squad has the better draft in this case, but it will come down to execution for a tournament of this level. We'll just have to see how it goes. So Fam Squad leads 1-0 after a bit of a controversial game 1, but we will have a much cleaner game 2. And we'll see if the Goons are able to make a comeback here. Sure enough, hold on. Yeah, they're not in any order, I forgot. I want to point out something very interesting. My initial analysis in Champ Select was extremely wrong for the Goons. Lulu has lethal tempo. This is going to be a marksman Lulu in the mid lane. Additionally, Nautilus is running Predator. So this is going to be an incredibly fast Nautilus. Conch Fiora, nothing super out of the ordinary here. It's going to be a Comet Rumble. So not opting for the Predator mid lane. Wait, hold on. Let me just check my Rumble setup. Rumble has gone unbanned for the mid lane. It's worse to item against and more efficient than AD. Very true, but I think the whole burst versus sustained debate does matter here. I want to just get everyone into the correct positions. I believe this is the setup. Law going into the mid lane. Asterial, who is the top laner, going to be... What is happening in all chat here? What is this? We have potentially a huge problem. Infernal has left base without items. Going to get a ward here. Caligator potentially looking for an invade. Electrocute on the Blitzcrank. Pineapple here! Going to get hooked up! Username, trying to get forward some damage on the Pineapple, but it's just the flash burn. Still a big deal. Because now there's not going to be any way for the Lulu to get to safety. Does Sinfernal? Oh, Pineapple. Sinfernal has not realized yet that he doesn't have items, and the buffs are about to spawn in 15. There's no way he recalls and gets back in time for a leash. Hey, can you mid-flash for fairness? Sean trying to convince the enemy team to be extremely honorable. If you can get it out of me, hey, that's what I like to see. So Fam Squad gets themselves a bit of an advantage early game. Both junglers starting on the bot side of the map, and we will see if they transition to this top lane. Because if I'm the Goons, I'm thinking we don't want this Lucian snowballing out of control again. So we'll see if Arthur is able to withstand this onslaught a little better than Pineapple could last game. And now Sinfernal is forced to lane without items because of this mistake. So this is not super great. Now, Fiora, as a melee champion, is going to struggle. We're running a double melee versus double range situation again, which we have seen prior in this tournament. But in that lane, the melee came very much on top. This time around, they seem to be poked out at first, but it's still a little too early to say, because their all-in should be very, very good if they can get a hold of the Annie. Especially the Malzahar. So the junglers are working their ways up this side of the map. Vi seems to be clearing a little bit faster. But in fact, Sean's camp is already done, so that was... But it's still. Vi, 4 camps. It's now with this red. Sean, having not done the Krugs, is only on his 3rd. So we have a bit of an XP lead from Vi. A more efficient clear. Level 3 to Sean's 2. And we're going to have to see if she can convert that into potentially a dive on Arthur. Or if the wave crashes, something a little different. There's a lot of combat happening right now. Lady carry and support on opposite sides. Pretty low. Nautilus looking for a potential gank. Is May going to be available to counter gank? The crab is spawning here. Ysteriel slowed up by the Nasus Wither. Ignite, trying to turn it onto Arthur. Going to try to get some damage down before taking too low. Trash King, trying to get some more. Nasus does hook Lucian out of the Relentless Pursuit. Vi, not actually rotating. Sean flashes forward. Is this going to be first blood for the Goons? It is! Nautilus with the first blood onto Lucian. And it's going to be quite a bit harder for Lucian to snowball this time around. Now, we do see May trying to punish this, stealing away the Krugs. No, that is actually her own Krugs. My mistake. I've been foolish. But the crab is secured for Fam Squad. Not really... I really feel like that could have been counter-ganked. A hook onto Remedy! Caligator lands that incredible hook. Username flashes forward. Heal, burn. Ignite used for the kill. Is Sinferno going to do enough damage with no items touched? Not. Vital popped. Healing up username a little more. Sinferno forced flash. Meanwhile, May ganking mid lane. Pineapple taking very low to the Ignite. And smack! Vi punches Lulu in the face. Malzahar is still being run down. Malefic Visions. Going to get some damage down, but it's not enough. Username with a 2nd kill on the Fiora. Incredible hooks for Caligator. So now, even though I do think that the Goons have some inferior Dragon Control at the moment, because with Fam Squad's bot lane snowballing again, that's going to be a little more important for the first objectives of the game if they're going to be going for this Infernal Drake immediately, which I might like to do. Sean's just trying to get Law off the tower, doing some damage here, but with no Lulu, it's not going to be a kill. I have the hiccups while commentating. What the hell is this, guys? What the hell? Sinferno finally with some items purchased. No D-ring here. Ysteriel is getting aggressive as hell. He knows what he's doing on the solution pick. But let's do a quick item check. Fiora has purchased a Sheen. We've got Sork Shoes done on the Rumble. No like big item spikes for the Goons just yet. This time around, Arthur has changed his strategy a little bit. This is still AP Nasus, but he's gone for the D shield instead of the D ring, which I do believe is going to augment his laning a little bit, make it harder for Lucian to just kill him. So Remedy does not have a stun up just yet, but there's a chance. Yeah, okay, here's the stun. Not going to go for the Annie fake out where you just approach with 3 stacks and immediately EQ for the stun. Username jumping over the wall. Hooks at Remedy, actually. The stun is available. Going to land onto 2 because it's the W. But not enough damage from the Malzahar and the Caligator Mana Barrier going to keep this Blitzcrank safe. Incredible hooks from these Blitzcrank. Just keeps picking off the Annie. And I'm sure the Electrocute doesn't hurt for the pick potential. Equalizer is available onto Law here. So Pineapple now is, you know, she's not too far down in CS. There's no like major CS discrepancies. Actually, a flash from Arthur here. Styra going to get out, but the Wither's still online. Ignite was popped. Is a circle going to appear? Ooh, no hook from Caligator. I think the top lane play is done, so we don't have to watch that one anymore. I actually need to know what this thing is called. Spirit Fire. Yeah, that's right. That's a cool name. Law, potentially available for this. Equalizer on Sean, and the Vi going to lock him onto it. Law 21 has slain Trash King Arisen, and this is definitely going to convert into an Infernal Drake for Fam Squad. It seems every game these guys play together, they just get more and more effective.
Courageous Giga Guard.
You don't think Triforce is the right call here? Well, you've been learning a lot of Fiora, right? Itemization is hard. Like, it seems like at the top level, there's still a lot of people making pretty big itemization mistakes. Because there's been all that discussion around LCS pros building the wrong item recently. And I think that's very, very interesting. Because, like, I do agree that itemization is a pretty unexplored, or underexplored aspect of League of Legends. I do think, like, it's good to get more creative. I hate that I build, like, the same Swain build every game. It feels awful, just switching the order of my Leandries and Zhonya's. So I have a few more things to talk about here. Law forced a flash from a good gank from Trash King. Nautilus jungle. Okay, so it is actually going to be tank Nautilus. If Lulu's the marksman, there's not really any need for Nautilus to do that. It's quite interesting. Does actually go. Dash is a little too far forward. The calling not going to be as effective on his Nasus here. Spirit Fire is still on a long cooldown. Mysterio flashes away, trying to get the honey fruit. But here, Sean, he is tossed between a dog and a hard place. At a second death for this Lucian. At least the Tiamat. I think that's a good. That's probably a good decision. We'll see if the Triforce first actually does end up working for username here. Herald's actually up now. Herald has been up for a minute, roughly. May not be the priority of anybody at the moment. Fam Squad may have a difficult time going for it, because their top is currently losing lane, and Nasus is going to start getting a little bit bigger. Catalyst of Aeon's purchased now. You know, some slow gameplay here. Let's take a peek at Sean. It looks like they may want to repeat gank the mid lane. Equalizer is available. Law knows it's happening, though. And so that is just going to be a little bit of pressure going on here. May available to counter gank. Watching the junglers is going to be, I think, a big deal here. So, because let's actually take a look at the vision controller they've got. Fam Squad actively has quite a lot in the rivers. Warding sort of their own jungle at the moment. Equalizer comes out. Not a great angle, though. Vi actually forced a tower dive here. Lulu going to get the giant growth. Trying to keep herself alive. Barrier available. No kill for the Fam Squad. And I do probably chalk that one up for to the Equalizer. Here comes Nasus, though. Yeah, Lucian is not getting the same freedom in lane. He can't just dash into Nasus' face this time. And it looks like the flashless Lucian is going to be Sean's next target. Wither going to be used here. Culling coming out onto Arthur. Taking pretty low. Fury of the Sands, though, gives Arthur another boost of health. And then the Nautilus is going to knock up again. Is Ignite going to be enough to take down? Barely not! No trade. Just a kill for the Goons. Oh, unless the mid lane is here. But Pineapple's not far behind. The shield strength is not going to be high, but it may be just barely enough. No damage onto Law. A misclick. But still, can Alaskan Pineapple turn this down? There's no self-E at the moment. No attack speed increase. She's burning down too. Here comes Arthur. Can he save his mid? No! May flashes forward and turns that one as well. 3 kills for the Fam Squad. Oh, goodness. Now that's not the best. That's not what you want to see if you're the Goons, because you are developing a pretty sizable lead, and then just more gold goes onto the Rumble. So that's not going to impact top immediately, and that's really the lane they need to focus on. But it is going to affect top when the Rumble starts getting on the map. Fortunately, no Predator Rumble. But still, Law could easily come up there, because the bot lane surely can hold their own at this point, with just this amount of lead. on Omega versus Sinfernal. Plus, the Blitzcrank damage is certainly about to come online. We'll see if this bot lane gets converted, because, like, mid-jungle bot, all extremely strong for Force of Habit. It just makes sense that they would secure this Cloud Drake next. You can see Mei already hovering around this as it spawns. Mei attempts to solo it, and she is going to start it up. Sean is seen on a ward on this side of the map. They know full well that there's not going to be any contest for the dragon. So this is going to be Fam Squad's dragon. Perhaps a trade onto the Herald. But no, Goons do not commit onto that. The mountains rise. Alrighty. So actually, the Goons are now trying to trade onto the Herald. They are going to secure that Pineapple there to get some more onto it. Later, the Ruined King being built. Sinfernal continuing his trend of the Morellonomicon rush on his bot lane mages. He really does like this build quite a lot. Which I think is going to hurt him in the long run. It's definitely making it harder for Malzahar to farm. We're going to do a quick check on the support items. Caligator does have his wards available with 700 gold. Rem only on 454. Quest not completed at 13 minutes. Nautilus with the Path Predator maze available to counter gank. The hook was wide. So just 2v2. Some safety provided to her top laner. It does reduce her healing. Yeah, I can see that. Law is just torching Alaskan Pineapple now. Giant Growth forced out. Equalizer available. Not going to use it to get her under tower. And there's actually the Tiamat. Fiora now has Tiamat, QSS, and Sheen all together. Not done any particular item, but able to go into all these sort of taxes and luxuries without being too far behind. Fiora has really bought safety and a little extra damage. Oh, I was like, I don't know why they kept the hook off screen. I wanted to see. I wanted to see the drama. You know, like that feeling where you're like, oh fuck, a blitz hook, and then it just whiffs. We need that like kind of action going, you know? But the Fam Squad's bot lane has kind of chilled a little bit on the off chance, like, because Malzahar has his Nether Grasp available. Of course, he cannot just ult the Fiora because she will break out of it. There's still a lot of CC for the Goons down here. Sinfernal at full mana, probably gonna get this. Hooked onto the Malzahar! Force the flash immediately. Silence here, no Nether Grasp available. He'll use. Nether Grasp goes into the parry. No QSS even needs to be used because all of the Goons' CC lands on the repost. Repost. That was like the most anglicized parry I have ever said. Holy fuck. Let's take a peek into mid lane. Because Sean is... Well, I actually don't know. The Nautilus just despawned. I saw him on my map and he actually called off the gank. But Gunblade now completed for Lucian. Roa onto Nasus. Both junglers have their Cinder Hulk. Mid laners are still short on items, but have quite a bit of gold. Arthur trying to go for some more damage here, but it's just going to be a trade. Cullen getting some more. Trash King available. Predator popped. And a great flash going into the depth charge, but it is going to get the Stereo under his tower, and the Lucian survives this particular gank. We have... Quite a game. Oh, and username does the dash stun. Dash parry on Fiora. Going to get the heal. A great hook from Caligator, and the Fam Squad's bot lane is so in sync with each other at this point. You know, these guys have played together for about 5 games or so. Stereo goes aggressive, but the Trash King is there to counter gank. So this really is the win con for the Goons. They have to keep Lucian suppressed. They have to get some tangible lead onto Arthur, preferably. Equalizer going to try to stop the Herald, and it's going to get a slam, no plates, and so that doesn't end up being a very profitable Herald. You know, we do have Lulu back in base. We do have, like... Oh, dear. Yeah, every kill so far is on this Lucian. But the rest of his team doing so well. Is it going to be enough? Sheen is built onto Nasus. Now, I will like to point out the ruling on the Sheen is totally fine on, like, 80 advanced champions. Especially, like, as long as it doesn't go into the Triforce. So even if you just want straight up the Sheen, you can buy that. Just to kind of bridge the gap a little bit. There's going to be the Mountain Drake spawning now, and it looks like Fam Squad very much has their sights set on this. Remedy is recalling at the moment. Fiora actually going to dash forward to take out the Blast Cone, so there's even less of a chance. Sheen for Wit's End? I don't know about that one. They're looking at Law. He may be kind of caught, but the Dragon is more of an important target. Timber's trying to wreak havoc in there. Equalizer not yet available. Very close. Pineapple flashes forward, but it's actually going to be seeing a slaughter. Equalizer goes on to the backline, so they can't escape. May with the ultimate onto Lulu. Sean knocked up. Fiora trying to go a little deeper. Nether Grasp used onto Caligator. Trying to get a little bit more, but he's in Fiora's heal zone. Arthur is flanking on the backside with the teleport. Username trying to get more. Flashes over. Doing a lot of damage to the Nasus, but that's a godlike Fiora here. Caligator trying to peel off the Nasus. 4 versus 1. Hook on there. Quite a lot of damage from the AP Blitzcrank, and that is going to be Fiora of the Sand Spot to give him some more health, but it's not quite enough because Vi gets the double kill on the back end of the fight. Aced for Fam Squad. Lichbane is what you mean, probably. I would like to point out Nautilus's builds. There is a Zeal built on the Nautilus. He is building attack speed now, ladies and gentlemen. He's built the Cinderhulk and is now transitioning into attack speed. Fiora is gigantic. Luden Cycle completed for the Blitzcrank. Leander's Torment on the Rumble. And they're just going to get this crab waiting for the next Herald to spawn. It's in 10 seconds. The Goons are all alive, can easily collapse. I don't believe. No one has resets on the side of Fan Squad. So if the Goons want to just throw themselves at this one, and it's too close! Won't even knocked up. Chain CC'd. Exhaust comes out because you can cast it while knocked up. But Remedy is going to give over yet another kill. Should have played Kench was hilarious. I loved that pick so much. So Spam Squad. Ooh, there's no dodge from Caligator. Doesn't realize that Sean can't actually see the source of the hook. But now there's a flash forward. Oh, potentially turn on the Cal. Trash King Risen has slain the Blitzcrank here, but is it going to be enough? Pineapple caught on the Equalizer. Fiora on the flank. Fan Squad is so in sync, and the Goons just look really disjointed at the moment. Vi still has her ultimate. May use it, but who do you want to use it on? Assault and Battery cannot commit it actually just yet. Vi ult being held. Fiora, now it's used on the Malzahar, finally getting the squishier target of the two. Arthur burning down. He's just so many people here. Timber's actually used on the 4. Manages to turn the kill onto a Fiora. Law is going to dominate that, but it is a shutdown for the Nasus on to that most fed carry. Remedy is taking quite a lot of damage. Not available. May realizes she cannot commit for the fight, so actually, unfortunately, wasted flash for her, but still, this team is potentially in a position to get Mountain Soul in 2.5 minutes. Like, 3:25. I know it was a vile concept, but it was hilarious as a spectator, even. That's how that one works. Fam Squad really keeping up the action in this game. Really testing my play-by-play at this point. Because there's always just so much going on. A lot of CC. Vi now building into the Iceborne Gauntlet. Now, this is a clean Vi build. I like it a lot. Good tank Vi setup. That's adaptation. Lucian now building his own Bork. Oh, Remedy caught up a little bit. Forced the flash out. Caligator with the hook. Yes, it's true. Law with his 7th kill of the game. The Rumble is dominating. Username is now split pushing on Fiora. Level 11, a little under level, but no, actually, because the solo laners are about the same. This Fiora might be able to duel Nasus, but now there's actually 2 people, 3 people here, almost 4 people here. Death Charge parried by the Fiora. Trying to 1v4 here. The ultimate not available because it was committed on to Nasus. Another grasp used. QSS going to try to get him out of there. No flash available for the Fiora. Still dashing a little bit the cooldowns, but he's just buying time for his team as they're all doing the Baron. So Username wasting literally everybody's time as Vi takes out the Baron Nashor. Fiora escapes with her life. And I'd call that an exceptional 1v4. Now with the hand of Baron, Fam Squad's going to be knocking against the door of this tier 1, or tier 2 top rather. The Goons not in a position to defend it, may be available to stop their inhib. Lot of gold in the pockets of Fam Squad, though. Are they overstaying their welcomes? The Goons have spent all the money they have. Calligator's Hook not going to land. They've decided to not commit too much here. Dragon spawning in 30 seconds. I almost want to see a reset and run straight there. Calligator running back. Law, they are going to commit to the reset. And we'll see what they end up buying. A potential Morellonomicon. Yeah, Morellonomicon completed for Rumble. Just getting some more AP items, potentially building into an Oblivion Orb for the Blitzcrank. Dude, Fam Squad is going insane. They're really showing that they deserve to be in the finals with an 11,000 gold lead. This is just like absolutely shocking dominance. Now, username going to take like a little bit of damage here. The Goons know full well that Fam Squad is trying to establish the soul. They may just throw themselves at this, not wanting to give over that incredible objective. It looks like it's going to be a full team fight. Lucian trailing behind it, potentially a 5v4, but that's 5v4 might actually be something that Fam Squad can win. Equalizer used to zone them out. The Goons or Fam Squad are just going to go straight onto the dragon here. Nautilus does not manage to hook in. Pineapple flashes forward, but no, the dragon goes the way of there. Vi caught up in the backside. Calligator going to hook the Nautilus. Nasus flashes away from the backside there. A flank onto Lucian. Fiora ultimate pops. Inferno goes down. Nautilus goes down. Malzahar goes down. Lulu as well. It's a full, clean ace for the side of the Goons. Or for the side of Fam Squad, rather. And that's a surrender. Really? So the Goons know that that's going to be the final push. This is the first time we have ever seen a surrender in tournament. Fam Squad, hot damn. I'm gonna go turn on the lights before doing this post-match interview, because it's 5:30 p.m., which means it just gets dark, which is so sad. So unfortunate. So we're actually going to give an interview to the Goons, I believe, this time. Alright, Goons.
Hello.
Hi, friends.
We have some unfortunate defeats going on there, but will your resolve hold true for the next game?
I believe in reverse sweeps. I've watched SKT do it.
I like Silver Scrapes. Silver Scrapes is fun.
You're going to take us to game 5, right?
Yep.
I have to say, I'm surprised that Rumble Mid is not a banned meta pick.
It's played in LCS and in
yeah, no, honestly, it is something that was not meta by any stretch when we originally made the rule set and slipped through our revisions.
Ah.
Okay.
Can it be banned for further games?
For further games, I don't straight up ban more champions on the game day.
Yeah, the
Fair enough.
tournament already started.
I wouldn't.
That's
Yeah,
it, I mean, that wasn't what lost us the game, really. I mean,
Nah.
Right.
it was a couple unfortunate picks in bot that snowballed to a lead, and also the vision difference is insane. They're just able to get vision and we're not, and they're able to be anywhere on the map, and we have no idea where they are. So it's just being able to play as a unit and rotating around the map together versus trying to play like solo queue.
Right. And you guys do, in fact, have experience all playing together with the Sandwich Cup. So I do think that we can see a bit more cohesion from the Goons here. So, reverse sweep, yeah?
Reverse sweep.
Yeah.
That's
That's what
what
we're
we're
hoping for?
queued up.
Silver Scrapes. All right. Glad to see that the Goons' confidence still holds a little bit. I have not turned on any music at all.
It better be Silver Scrapes, bucko.
Good luck, everybody. We'll be coming back for game 3 in just a moment. And I did say that, and yet I'm not ready to pull up my V8 back screen because it's still a little outdated. I haven't swapped the team's sides. Game 3 of Fam Squad versus the Goons. Fam Squad's at match point already. Just after an incredible series of games from them. Are the Goons going to be able to mount the reverse sweep? We'll find out after we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, with the series at match point, Fam Squad stands ready to 3-0 the Goons, who gave us some of the most dominant games yesterday. But we know, the Goons are not going to go down without a fight. We are getting ready to load into Game 3's Champ Select. The Goons have been beaten for now, but surely we're going to see a bigger fight this time around. I'm really making them sound bad. I apologize, Goons. I'm like failing to deliver the hype properly. But Fam Squad returns to the blue. The blue side. We're just gonna make sure they get to the right side of the map. Fam blue, Goons red. The teams are now loading into the lobby, getting ready for their proper pick order. The Goons all loaded in here. Fam Squad all getting themselves in here as well. They're just establishing their pick order. It seems like Fam Squad really does want to give their bot lane priority on their picks at the moment. That seems to be a recurring strategy for them, and Sean might actually be the last one to lock in this time. They're kind of... That's... You don't have to justify not R-ing. That's fine. Grab and hold me, please. But, quite frankly, Fam Squad has improved exponentially. They have like, the cohesion they've developed over the last 2 days. Pineapple's rage meter has been filled. I told you the Goons were not going to go down. Pineapple's entering the zone. She is angry. Karibo wanting like all of his favorite team to have some success here. I'm about to go Ultra Instinct. Ever been JV3 stocked? Me neither, says Sean. You are not taking our last stock before we get something off you. The Goons are hella ready to take this particular W. Was that? I only saw 2 R's there, so this Champ Select may be a little preemptive, and hopefully all works out. Nara continuing to be permanent. You have to expect that Fam Squad feels pretty good about the bans they've been going for. Sona taken off the table once again. They don't want to give that one back to the first pick on username. Karibo's lost part of it. What the hell? How did that happen? You alright? Kennen banned again, and I'm sure we are going to see the Ziggs ban once again. Malphite taken off the table. May is not getting a hold of Malphite. Ziggs, sure enough, the bans are going to persist for Fam Squad. They know what they want off the table. Their plan continues. And that's going to be a Rumble ban. Not going to let Law get that again, but should that ban have come later? Law is a late pick. You don't know if Fam Squad's going to lock in for him. You know what, the Rumble's like, he hurts so much. I've been playing support Rumble a little bit. It's so fun. Nocturne is going to be the first pick here. But where is the Nocturne going? I expect this is not going to go bot lane, so we're going to see something different. Like, we're going to see a trade, I assume, or a lane swap. Pantheon locked in for Arthur here. I wonder what style of Pantheon that's going to be, as Pineapple locks in the mid lane Soraka. Top lane Soraka, very illegal, but Soraka can still go into a solo lane here. And we're going to see if Pineapple's able to, like, abuse the strength of this champion's Q while it's still available. Caligator gets a hold of Thresh yet again, and now they're considering Ahri. No, it's just going to be the Lucian once again. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You build full AP, it's good. Oh, okay, but that's not the typical Soraka style we get. So you can go full AP top lane Soraka. No, we just banned the meta Soraka build. That's how this works. Vi is taken off the table, so they are now starting to target ban Mei. That is, I think, the easiest place to hit. Mei and Caligator are probably the easiest places to hit. On the side of Fam Squad. Because although Caligator's been playing insane on his own champions there, once you force him off his comfort, there's a little bit of weakness there that the Goons may want to exploit. I actually failed to notice that Heimerdinger was locked in, so we're going back to the Heimerdinger support for the Goons. Malzahar gone for Sinfernal. Fiora gone, so they're expecting the Nocturne swap at this point. They know this is probably going mid, so Fiora's going to be banned. And next, the final ban, potentially the Nautilus. That's what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, but she is allowed to mid. Yep, sure enough, Nautilus is going to be banned from Fam Squad here, so Sinferno gets the pick. Yeah, so Athenes would be illegal. But no restrictions on mid lane. Sinferno going to be locking in the Jinx, going back to that Lethality Jinx experiment, which I do like in Lethality Jinx a lot. I've played it top. We're going to have to see how effective it's going to be in the bot lane. May now consider Morgana, and Morgana is locked in, actually. So there's quite a lot of magic damage so far. Even Thresh does magic damage just by building AD. Nocturne, though, with the physical. Aphelios is being hovered. No. Kayn, perhaps? Is this going to be a lane Kayn? Singed? No. They're really throwing us for a loop. Cassiopeia locked in, and I guarantee you we're seeing the swap Cassiopeia bot for Omega, and Law taking the Nocturne mid. Sean gets counter pick now. Last pick for the jungler. What's it gonna be? What is Sean's ace of his sleeve? Scion locked in for Sean. Yep, Fam Squad knows what works for them. They're going back to the Cassio Thresh. Good trading coming in from here. That gets some more variance in the draft. I like to see it. So in that case, they were right to ban the Rumble. Hang on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Sean has teleport. Arthur has Smite, actually. So this may be a Pantheon jungle with some Scion top. Are we going to see the Lethality Scion? Because there is a roll swap on the side of the Goons. This is very, very interesting. I want to see how the Ahri top works. Because I'm fairly confident that's what we're getting too. Wait, how did I not notice the Ahri? I thought Lucian was locked in. It is Ahri. I didn't notice Ahri or Heimerdinger. Don't forget, you can still get the entire... Oh, right, Karibo can. I forgot. Duh. Karibo can't access that here on PlayStation. Good luck, have fun, everybody. We've got another spectator delay before the game starts. This is extremely exciting. I would like to remind everybody in chat that I am still planning the next 2 tournaments. Next is the Abyss Cup, which is going to be drafts on Howling Abyss. So you get ARAMs with your own team comp that you define. We have one team that's mostly formed at the moment. We also... Oh shit, I haven't done. We're also starting the Iron Cup, which is going to be predominantly beginners. As well as players who are just, like, hard-stuck Iron Bronze. Fam Squad logo. Are we in the wrong spot? Yeah. Basically, yeah. So we have our new player tournament in April. So if you don't play much League of Legends, or you played a little bit, but not for super long, you're inexperienced, or you're just really, really iron, I invite you to come get some coaching and join our beginner tournament. Because, like, we are going to be coaching the new players. You can sign up for that on the Discord after this game, or after this series concludes. And sure enough, Steven, this is Game 3. So, the Goons have tried to make what looks like a conventional team comp. They've tried to get as close to it as possible. With their marksman, mage, like some utility there. I'm very curious to see if this role swap is the X factor they need to take this game. How is Sean going to do against the Ahri top? And are we going to see lethality Scion? Or is it going to be like... He literally played Can Scion in a game with... Like, I played with him last night. Ouch. Not an exceptional amount of confidence in the Goons. Well, I understand, though, because I do believe that the Goons can rally and not get stomped. But Fam Squad is such a dominant squad. Oh no, I know where this is going. Oh, okay. Oh shoot, I really should use the washers again for some reason. Not very bad. Does anyone else get that annoying thing where, like, they drink so much water that you use the washroom and then 10 minutes later you have to go back? Really obnoxious. I hate that. But we are loading into Game 3 of Fam Squad versus the Goons. Match point for Fam Squad. And Ahri actually has pressed the attack. We're going to see a marksman Ahri in the top lane. Very, very interesting. Oh, right. The fucking water haters in my chat. I forgot about this. This is blasphemy. Remedy walking pretty far forward into Thresh. Now, I'm actually glad to see Calligator get his Thresh back. Like, he is so good on this pick. And I think... Hang on. I wonder if we can check the stats. I'm actually going to check the stats right now. Because I believe Calligator might be deathless this series. Oh, he's died once on the Blitzcrank. Exactly once. There's some trading going on here. No summoners burned, though, so it's not going to be really impactful, but we'll see how it goes. Just gonna be a forced recall. No vision. Like, they don't really take advantage of that recall to get vision there. Some Heimer turrets really setting this up. Oh, they know the Heimer cheese. They've actually prevented Rem from stealing the blue buff. They're fully aware that that's what Rem wanted to do. And so they've actually warded the blue buff here to prevent that cheese. Because they saw it yesterday in the games. You absolutely get that with water. See, it's just the weirdest thing. How are you doing, Luke? Good to see you. Both junglers can be starting on the bot side of the map. Mei getting the red and Pantheon getting the blue. A little opposite to what you expected to see. And what an odd matchup this is in the mid lane. We have Nocturne the Assassin versus Soraka the Healer. Which is like... Pineapple's actually elected to run Comet on Soraka this game. Which, as a Soraka main, I take a tiny bit of offense to. But I do see the value in just trying to chunk a little more. Because the Comet's going to land every time. If you land your Q. Law starting to get the initial push here. Caligator looking for an angle to hook, but not exactly finding one. And, you know, it's just early lane. You know, we've got Pantheon actually looking for a potential gank here. A Charm landing on a Sean. Force the flash forward, the Ignite burn. First blood for the Dorn's Blade Ari. PTA pops, does a lot of damage. AP Rockets. Damn. Not after the Q nerfs, you're not. Pantheon's still looking for the gank. Arthur is currently trying to get himself into the mid lane here. Nocturne Spell Shield is going to prevent that gank, though. May, so far, with the fast, or the more dedicated player, might be a bit slower. Hey, what's up? I have no idea. No preference. We have... I mean, Pineapple is trading pretty well back, and Law may have gotten that early push, but the Nocturne's mana is pretty low now. So... You're gonna start after the nerfs. That is bold. That is exceptionally bold. May is now double the CS of Arthur at the moment. Which means, like, she's much more focused on just getting her clear, which makes sense as Morgana jungle, because you do want to get through your rough early game where your W isn't as effective in taking camps. You just made Sean angrier. Sean is going for a dagger here, so I think it's probably going to be attack speed Scion. It's important to not criticize, like, the decisions of these players too much, because they have the styles that they know they like to play when optimizing, and you can't really... you can't really, like, I do think lethality Scion top is better, but if, like, attack speed is what Sean thinks is going to win in the game, it'll work much better. Now, Morgana's here. Pineapple's leaving the safety of her creep wave. Dark Binding may hit, forces the flash out of Soraka. So that's Soraka going to be a vulnerable target. We're going to see if May goes for a repeat gank. So very successful first gank for the Fam Squad's jungler, whereas the Goons jungler has whiffed that first gank really on the mid lane. But a lot of mid lane focus here. Both teams want their mid laners ahead by the looks of it. Just full damage Scion. He's going to hurt. The REQ has quite a bit, like, some pretty limited effectiveness with this build. Not doing nearly as much. Yeah, mid lane is really the slugfest of this game. This is really where we're seeing all the action. Pineapple just poking, like sustaining up very well, I may add. Burning a lot of mana on the Equinox. But still, Nocturne is now pretty chunked. Doesn't have nearly the same amount of sustain. No health, no mana. Potentially going away for the creeps here. We have Arthur on the top side of the map. Looking like he wants to go for the Ahri. No ultimate available here. Flash is up. Scion Q going to land on that. Arthur's here. Charmed Death on the Pantheon. Flash forward. No W going to land. Actually does flash forward from Arthur. Scion going to confirm the kill. And kill donated over to the top laner. And that's the Goons not going down without a fight. They say, no, Fam Squad. You are not 3-0ing us. We are taking that lane you got to lead in and putting it right back to how it was. But at the same time, Pineapple's falling a little behind in CS, and I believe that's where most of the gold discrepancy is coming from right now. There's actually a slight lead on every position outside of support for Fam Squad. Which makes sense, because Heimerdinger is able to poke a lot more often than Thresh is able to last hit. Yes, entirely off the support items. And now that lead's, like, pretty neutralized with the cannon. 100 gold lead is only significant if it denies someone an item on their backs. Pineapple, like, it is difficult to farm on Soraka. It's really hard. It took me, like, when I started playing top Soraka after she became really meta, it took me quite a number of games to actually start getting that CS down. Like, my first game, atrocious. So Pineapple actually is keeping up in CS pretty well. I don't know how often she plays mid lane Soraka, but it seems to be pretty effective for her so far, because it's a very low kill game at the moment again, and I do like seeing that, because it kind of implies that there's some more methodical play coming up from both teams. They're not going to just throw each other at the wall and see what happens, because, like, Fam Squad scales really well. Like, they have a Cassiopeia who's going to be building pretty standard. It scales incredibly, especially with Conqueror. Sinfernal, meanwhile, going for the lethality build. Zeal completed for Scion. That's going to be their DPS, really. But there's, like, every time Scion steps up to farm, there's some harassment coming out of the Ahri. Which is something we're going to have to watch out for. It's going to be a lost chapter done for Soraka. So Pineapple looks like she's going for a Luden's build. Very much a mage-style Soraka, and that makes the comment make a lot more sense to me. Because she is trying to be a carry here. However, Law may have tried to get a little too aggressive against Pineapple. There's no spell shield available. Arthur's just going to try to leap forward, forces the flash on a Nocturne. No flash for Pantheon. The Comet Spear doesn't get like a good slow, but the Chilling Smite sure will. Jumps forward, May flashes, whips the Binding, but it scares them off enough to not want to go for the kill. Meanwhile, the Trash King has actually died in the top side of the map. Which is a bit unfortunate for him. What is Ahri building? It looks like it's probably going to be a Hextech Gunblade. Oh, hold on. Caligator is going deep. May have landed a hook onto someone. The TP coming up from Scion. Cal's pretty low. Heal does get him further away. Flashes away, but Morgana is caught up. Actually lands both Decimating Smash onto 2. May just trying to get away. Sinfernal flashes. Is excited on this Jinx. Grenade not going to get any more CC. A hook from Sinfernal onto the Jinx, keeping his AD carry a little safer. AP carry, rather. And that's just a great teleport out of Sean to prevent the aggressive play from Thresh. The jungler being the sacrifice, the Goons may actually secure a dragon for themselves. They're sending all 5 down here. Ahri going to start pressuring some towers, try to get a plate there, which she'll succeed on. Cassiopeia trying to take them a little bit lower, potentially trying to fight, but no Petrifying Gaze available for her. So the Fam Squad probably just has to let this one go. That's Mountain Drake over to the side of the Goons. Alright, shake it off. The Goons are now like keeping their foot in the door on this series. Every time Fam Squad like gets one thing, the Goons answer with another. So the top lane lead answered the bot. And I think that's a very good use of the teleport. Is Infernal likely going to be able to get... Oh, excuse me, most of this? But actually it's a man drop for the Pantheon. Look, Petrifying Gaze goes far. I can't fucking speak, but... Point is, Pantheon dies on the gank, like, pretty much immediately. Wow, that was, like, such a brain fart. A Grand Starfall. That's so much cooler sounding than Man Drop, even though it's funny. Paranoia comes out. The Jinx has quite a reason to be afraid. She wished upon a star, but it's not enough to stop the Nocturne from just killing her under tower. First kill of the game for Nocturne. Ooh, the Rockets attempt to kill Nocturne. May securing a second blue buff, going to get herself more. Catalyst of Aeons purchased for Cassiopeia, so Omega's going to be going for the Roa before completing Archangel's Staff. So really going for the scaling setup, going to try to be that conventional AD carry role with a mage. And I kind of like it. Going for the pure scaling. Caligator still building into his Stormrazor, but the BF is not completed because he presumably backed without enough gold. Just getting cheaper components here. Ahri is actually going into a Blade of the Ruined King, not a Gunblade. So it's going to be a full AD Ahri by the looks of it. Pop the slow, Charm lands, a lot of damage coming out here. Percent health damage almost. Scion tries to get something back. He's ignited though. And charge straight into the Ahri. Spear Rush is still available, so Arthur is not going to be able to help out his top laner. Not going to be able to avenge him. Hammer's clearing a ward. There's so much combat going on right now. Now, does May look to the side of the Herald? Is she going to try to get this objective before Dragon spawns? And it looks like the answer so far is no. Scion does not have a charge there. Unstoppable Onslaught. That's right. Wait a minute. Oh no! Guys! I botched my temp. Oh, fuck me, everyone. Arthur flashes into the pit. They are going to stop the Herald attempt. While taking very low, Soul Shackles comes out. Morgana probably going to stun too. Both stunned. Kills the Soraka. Herald's still alive. Smite available. Going to smite it up there. Soraka not going to be able to finish that. Dark Binding goes wide. Username is here. They rotated the bot lane up to kill Soraka. Ahri's on the back foot here, but Alaskan Pineapple goes down. Trash King Arisen not going to be hooked by Caligator, but going to keep taking some damage here, and I need to adjust this because I've made a mistake, guys. The Goons are on the red side. Yeah, whoops. Forgot to switch that around. Remedy actually stopwatches in a terrible spot, as this is going to be a play from Cal. Exhaust onto Cassiopeia. Trying to get some more damage down. Dark Binding lands. Jinx cannot secure kill onto anyone be there. But the Herald is going to be kind of whittled down a little bit. Eye pop. The Herald may not get a charge. Hook does not land on Arthur. No! An eye popped again. Herald does not get anything. Not even a plate, but Arthur is hit by the Dark Binding. Plate going forward. The box gets quite a lot of damage. Used to name on a killing spree on the Cassiopeia. 3-0-1. So despite the Herald not getting them anything off the tower, they do get 2 kills off the Goons. And they're starting to fall behind yet again. Another dominant gold lead from Fam Squad. And this is just their hopes of taking it to a 4th game is starting to fizzle a little bit. Like, unfortunately, the role swap did not work out, as those 2 players who swapped roles are now the worst performing members on the Goons, with the most deaths between them, responsible for the entire lead in kills. Nocturne trying to go on a Pineapple here, a lot of move speed. Actually, this damage is insane. Starcall not going to heal her up fast enough. Ari now trapped on the wrong spot. Law has slain Alaskan Pineapple. A flash there. Stun onto Ari. They're trying to get something back. Spirit Rush not available anymore. All the dashes are gone. Charm used onto Arthur. Sean still forward. Shut down onto the Ari. That is a step in the right direction for the Goons. Scion may still be behind, but having a 700 gold kill is pretty impactful. Cassiopeia is absolutely monstrous, though. And May, on the Morgana, playing pretty well. 2-1 and 3, still out CSing Arthur, getting some little more efficient jungle pathing. We've seen some pretty good ganks come out of her. But now the Infernal Drake is up, and it looks like the Goons want to get it, because actually, they may have the opportunity to just rush it down. Yeah, they're doing it with the Heimer Towers. They know that Fam Squad's bot lane recalled. So the Goons managed to sneak a second dragon. They're keeping themselves in it with objectives. But now this gives the opportunity for quad Ocean Drake if the game goes on long enough. Ocean Soul is definitely something you do not want to allow the enemy team to have. Blue buff going to be donated over the Soraka. Luden's not completed just yet, but hopefully we'll get her something. Jinx has opted into Edge of Night first item to prevent at least one Cassiopeia Q, but smited away from the Trash King. That crab will go to the side of Fam Squad. Can't even have that. Ari's actually doing a boatload of damage now, like, especially against the Scion. Blade of the Rune King completed. Scion naturally does get a little bit tanky, so you will see the percent health damage being pretty impactful, and the Goons bot lane just going to concede this. They don't want to step up at the moment. You can take our tower. Cal has opted into the rapid fire cannon first instead of Storm Razor. He's varying his build, and it looks like he thinks the range is going to be pretty valuable for him in this game. Scion's static shiv is completed. There is a lot of crit this game, but none of it is in the bot lane. On the carry roll, rather. Nocturne now with the serrated Dirk, potentially going to be a Sanguine Blade. Ari Spirit Rush is available, but the Unstoppable Onslaught does land. Knocked up there. A stun coming through. Spirit Rush available. Stun yet again. They do take out the Ari. Meanwhile, Paranoia comes up across for the Heimerdinger. His name is up pretty far. The alt tower drops for Heimerdinger. Going to be taking some damage here. Star Call, not enough damage to take her out, but Super Mega Death Rocket not available. Equinox almost kills the Cassiopeia, but she limps away. Grand Starfall is here. Comet Spear potentially able to take her out, but no, going to go into Caligator instead. Cal is slowed. Smite, and the Thresh is down. Morgana getting the Dark Binding, trying to get something more. With username back, the Goons may have an opportunity to push here. 2 dead, rather. 2 dead, 1 recalled on the side of Fam Squad. 5 strong from the side of the Goons. Maybe this mid lane tier 1 falls. They don't seem like they want to step up and get it. The range has to hit it first. And no, they're not going to push down the tower. They'll take the money and run. But still, they're fighting. The Goons are doing exactly what they said they would. They are not going down without a fight. And if this is their last game, then they will make Fam Squad work for it. Super Mega Death Rocket does not land onto anybody here. Decimating Smash just to clear the wave. And it looks like the game is starting to devolve a bit into an NA RAM. All 5 from Fam Squad just trying to get this last tier 1 tower. I assume once they knock it down, they'll all disperse to other lanes and start pressuring again. No JV3 stock happening. Nuh-uh, no way. And this is probably when Ari starts hitting Charm onto the Heimerdinger. Oh, he is taking so much damage. Wish, but it doesn't matter. Historial takes out Captain Remedy yet again. Trash King looking for the flank. No, he's actually managed to pull all of Fam Squad off the tower. They are all chasing Scion. Which somehow baits the Goons into stepping away from the tower. Sinferno's going back bot to deal with this wave, but there's not enough people to deal with this particular onslaught. Pineapple without a completed item is not going to be able to do too much damage to the Nocturne, and that will be all. Mei is now turning her sights onto the Herald. The Fam Squad is really valuing the Herald these games. Or this game. They can't get a hold of the Dragons, so they may as well do this one. But here comes the Goons. Back here, Unstoppable Onslaught goes far, but meanwhile, Ari is trying to take out Arthur on the backside. Scion dueling, stuck in a 1v4. Ari forces Rocket to flash out. The Herald does go the way of Fam Squad. Morgana picks that up, killing spree for Law. Now Ari is stuck in a 1v3, double kill onto Pineapple, but she will get caught up by Rem, and that's a kill for the Heimerdinger. But I call worth for that, honestly. That's a double kill, trade for that. Ari's the only one to go down on Fam Squad, and they get the Herald off of it. So I do think they like the play that they've just made. Which isn't what you want to say if you're the Goons. You don't want Fam Squad to like what they did. But killing the Ari at least helps. Hysterio has died the most on this team, though, so no shutdowns for them. Just look at the shutdowns available. That's a 150 gold shutdown on the dead Ari, actually. That just appeared. 200 gold on Morgana, 350 on Nocturne, and 400 gold bounty for the Cassiopeia, who is so goddamn strong. Now, Fam Squad does not want to let another dragon. They have actually a lot of gold in pocket on their primary carries, but they're not letting the Goons get a third dragon. With the Goons being so far behind, Fam Squad just doesn't want them to get anywhere close to the Dragon Soul. However, username is taking quite low here. The dragon has spawned. It will be a challenging fight if they want to go for it, because the Goons know they can force this down. If they have to be called, they can either try to sneak it or just force it. Red buff goes for Ari. Fam Squad's death pushing. May's gonna walk forward. You know they're trying to do something, but no, everyone's presence is known. This is going to be a 5v5 team fight by the looks of it. Just Goons trying to poke and prod a little bit. The Lethality Jinx getting some damage down with the zap. But they have the advantage here. Decimating Smash on the 2. Cal getting potentially caught. A big Petrifying Gaze, though. Although Mei goes down, Cal gets out with the flash. Wish onto a bunch of people. Law trying to go out. Flashes backwards. Trash King Arisen slain by the Ari. Ari trying to get more. Spirit Rush getting some autos weaved in with just the save kiting. Inferno a little too close. Charmed up by the Ari. Soraka trying to get some damage here. Healed there. Astral Infusion is not high. But actually, the Dragon does go the way of the Goons because Fam Squad has to back off. 1 for 1 at the end of that team fight. So this is the Goons' boon here. If they can get a hold of this Dragon Soul, then they can potentially win fights. Ari has given up the blue buff, though. Just trying to steal away the Gromp. Ooh, gosh. Now, Fam Squad still has the Herald to drop, where we just have to figure out where they want to use it. This tower's pretty low, might be a waste here. Mid lane would be a big slam. Bot lane would also be a big slam, so they could potentially put the Herald down here. Drag the Goons to Baron? Or drag the Goons away from Baron is what I mean to say. But we'll have to see what their ultimate decision is. Caligator with the Sorcerer's Shoes, augmenting his damage. Don't forget 80 Thresh does predominantly magic damage. Sean caught on a rotation. A good binding, a good hook, and that's Scion. We'll see you later. Sayonara, Sean. So the Herald is going to be committed to the mid lane as the NA Ram starts up once again, but with an advantage for Fam Squad. Hook does not land there. It's a bit of a zoning hook. The binding lands onto the Pantheon. We'll be able to get there. Grounded, and tier 2 goes down. This is going to be huge. Possibly another slam onto the inhibitor tower. This might be a little bit greedy. Law taken pretty low from the Heimerdinger poke. But the Ahri crits are so powerful, actually. Essence Reaver's done. Executioner's Calling is available. Mysterio kills, but is rooted up by the Equinox. Petrifying Gaze is going to trade one back onto Soraka. Onto Heimerdinger, too. A double kill for username. The Scion's Unstoppable Onslaught is coming out there. Scion's going to be rooted up. Super Mega Death Rocket, he's going to take a lot of damage, and it's a triple kill for the Cassiopeia. Jinx is the only thing standing between the Fam Squad and the Inhibitor of the Goons. Going to damage username a little here. Cassiopeia taken pretty low. They don't know if they want to send Cassiopeia further forward, but Jinx, unlikely to be enough to defend on her own. The poke is pretty solid, though, with the lethality. Cleaver being built next, and the Fam Squad decides they are not opting into this. They got enough off the play. Arthur spawning, Pineapple spawning. It's a safe bet to back up and reset. The man drop comes through. Grand Starfall, but the red buff is not... It's still being contested a little bit. Potentially given up by Fam Squad. No, not worth it at all. There's too many people there. You're too low. It's time to back up just a tad. So let's check the items again. Cassiopeia still has yet to buy. There is 2,200 in the pocket of this Cassiopeia. And that's, of course, not the entire gold lead. There's still a lot of a gold lead for the Fam Squad. But Cassio's not quite as strong as she could be at the moment. Ahri has a 3 for Executioner's Calling, as we mentioned already. Duskblade is completed for Nocturne. There's another Serrated Dirk, so potentially another lethality item going to be completed soon-ish. Soraka's Ludens is now done. Cleaver done for the Jinx. No completed item for the Heimerdinger. He is pretty far behind and had to build some armor, so he does value the Secret Arm Guard. Caligator going to clear out some vision as a lot of people are trying to stop this Ahri push. It's so funny to watch Ahri crit. Meanwhile, Sean has been bound. Grounding, I believe, prevents Unstoppable Onslaught, and it would not have been up anyway. So Ahri is going to get the certain tower down from the Soraka. Bork popped. The damage is nuts from this 9 and 5 80 carry Ahri. Pineapple is going to go down. And the Spirit Rush is just going to waste so much time for Pantheon. As Fam Squad gets to keep pushing on the tower. Inhibitor tower goes down. Everyone wants to kill Ahri. Mysterio wasting so much time. Scion goes down yet again. There's going to be a fight here. Nocturne does not finish off the Heimerdinger just yet, but Paranoia prevents him from going through the Blast Cone here. Inhibitor destroyed. Ahri waits out the Scion passive and is going to live yet again. So that is picks and major structures. Baron is up. Username still has 2,700 gold in pocket. That's a lot of money. And the bot lane is going to be recalling. Finally, spend this gold. 5-1-5 on Law, 11-5-1 on 11-5-2 on Mysterial, 7-0-6 for username Cassiopeia. But that's going to possibly be another death for Mysterial, but it's going to be a lot of damage. The Comet Spear misses, but the melee auto attack will not. Shut down for Pantheon. Now, importantly, the Goons, or Fam Squad may not want to run directly to the Baron because the Ocean Drake is spawning in 13, and this Drake will be the Goons' Dragon Soul if it goes through. But they're going to have a hard time fighting this. The vision control is incredible for the side of Fam Squad. They know full well where Rem is, and they may look for the binding. There's a lot of catch potential for Fam Squad between the Jinx Morgana, or the Thresh Morgana, rather. I'm just looking at Jinx. Super Mega Death Rocket will not be a steal, and Ocean Drake is gone. Dragon Soul denied. But only for now. If the Goons manage to hold out for another 5 minutes, then the Ocean Soul could still be theirs. But it's more likely that Fam Squad's going to run straight to the Baron, and in fact, they are pinging it. Much less vision control on the top side of the map. You can see that like they know full well what's happening in bot side. They can see a bunch of people here. This side is dark, though, so they should probably expect people coming. And if we look for the vision on red side, it is almost non-existent. They have to walk blindly towards the Baron pit. Meanwhile, it is just getting shredded. Ahri's not even nearby, but the Cassiopeia Baron shred is so substantial. No Comet Spear. That's going to be the smite from May. And a big Baron power play. Soraka rooted up. Pineapple too close. The barrier not going to save her life. Username is legendary, and it gets the Heimer ult too as he attempts to save his mid laner. Cal, not enough money to finish the Storm Razor just yet, but Sanguine Blade bought on the Nocturne. Oh, man. So, at this point, it's probably just a matter of Fam Squad trying to close this game out. They are likely to, like, do... It looks like they're going for a 1-3-1 strategy, which I think is a great idea. Nocturne can deal so many people with the Sanguine Blade. Incredible split pusher with the Tiamat now, too. Ari has shown that she's going to be very effective in the side lane. It's hard for them to deal with it. But actually, it's not a 1-3-1. They're not going to pressure off the mid lane. They are sending... It's a 1-4 strategy with Nocturne in the top lane and everyone else trying to force down this bot lane tier 2 with the Baron. So I do like that they're going for multi-lane pressure. I think this is 100% the right call. Fam Squad just trying to close the game out. Caligator yet to get a kill in this entire series, I believe. But only 2 deaths and a boatload of assists. So that is some exceptional support play out of him. The binding hurts so much. Edge of Night absorbs the spell shield while actually fighting quite a lot of people. Sean and Arthur up here together. Law flashes forward to finish off the Pantheon. Likely going to go down. Paranoia cast. Ari going to get the Heimerdinger at the same time. Nocturne does get shut down. Captain Remedy is gone. Ari dashes forward. Charm on Straka. Damage going to land. The hook landed as well. Dark Mining going to go wide, but Caligator trying to potentially give his life. Super Mega Death Rocket whips. Decimating Smash canceled by the Ari Charm, but Team destroy just a tower. Ari goes down, but the Cassiopeia able to clean up the Scion. Still have as a Rylai, so Scion is not that fast. There's the second inhibitor, potentially the third inhibitor, but who cares about the inhibitor when the Nexus turrets are a potential target? It's Inferno, the only one up. Pantheon and Heimerdinger respawning in 8 seconds, but is it enough? The Spam Squad just gonna push for the end! The hook doesn't land. They're trying to stop them, but it's too little too late. Spam Squad are your Meta Cup champions! GG, well played, but you cannot tell me that the Goons did not put up a fight that game. We need celebratory music. That's Ivern. Alright, Dominion, whatever. Mid difference. GG, well played, everyone. We are going to go pay a visit to the victorious Fam Squad. Fam Squad, how are you doing?
Okay. Before we say anything, that Fiora getaway from the 1v4 was too clean.
Hilarious.
That was game 2. So you guys just 3-0'd the Goons to take the entire tournament.
We did it.
You know.
It happened. It was a thing.
So do you think the gentleman's agreement to not practice at all worked out in your favor?
I mean, I wasn't really an advantageous goal. It was more so just like, you know, you gotta do it for the meme.
Of course, the meme transcends all.
I feel kind of bad since I kind of just played meta picks, at least like in general, because Nocturne and Rumble are both like, kind of meta.
Edge of meta, I'd say.
Yeah.
Rumble slipped through the cracks for sure.
I love how, game 1 I play Sona and then they ban Sona. Game 2 I play Fiora and then they ban Fiora.
Understandable. Well, Sinferno does say bot lane was fun. Really enjoyed the matchup that you guys ended up doing. Congratulations for all of you. Now, we do have one order of business left. You guys are the Meta Cup champions. The Cannon ban every match, though. Yeah, Rem's a little upset about that. You guys had your bans, and you stuck to them. Like, it just worked really well for you.
Well, okay, I don't mean to, like, shit talk here, but, like, game 1 and game 2, they didn't pop off at all, so we didn't know what to ban for them to, like, pop off on, so we just banned what they...
We really just worked off of bans, seeing what they played yesterday.
From what they played. Yeah, I feel like, though, if their mid laner was, like, the guy who wasn't there, because apparently he popped off, like, really hard.
Right.
Yeah, this would have been a much closer series with Zaz, 100%.
Yeah, I think it would have been also, like, more interesting for me, because I went against a Lulu and a Soraka.
Oh, and you don't like laning against enchanters, yeah?
I'm so bored. I was so bored during it. I was like, man, you're just gonna run away as soon as I try to go in. And then there was like some at least there was a visual glitch with whenever I got polymorphed. Like my flamethrower just went to the left of me immediately, and I was like, I can't tell if I'm doing damage or anything. So, but like,
I actually missed that one. Pineapple was confused too, apparently. So, there is one thing left for you guys to do. I am going to need all of you, anonymously. I want to see if I can get a hold of Cam as well.
I think we already agreed.
We already all agreed.
Oh, you already know 100% who your MVP is?
Yeah.
Alright, well then spill the beans. Who's it gonna be?
You, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on there.
Understandable. All right.
Username actually.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay,
user.
now I get it because of that.
Oh, just because of that, exactly.
Yeah.
You just waited for him to throw it because maybe I don't know. I don't know what the visual bug was.
That visual bug, yeah, I have no clue if it's like how polymorph works to change the champion, but like the flamethrower would always go to like the left of my body, and I was just like, I couldn't tell if I was doing damage at all.
It wouldn't hurt? Okay, that's so, yeah, that's really, really weird.
It seemed like because, like, I mean, it's good. Hey, now there's a counter matchup for normals. If you see a Rumble mid, because it's still viable, sort of, against like Yasuo.
Right.
Just play Lulu.
All right, so I will get a hold of you guys right after we shut down the stream, because I will have to sort out which skin is going to be the prize for our MVP.
Okay.
And congratulations once again, Fam Squad. Now I'm going to leave you for now. Very well played. Those are some exciting games. I'm gonna go drop in with the Goons one more time. I hope they're not too sad about that outcome. I don't have great questions. How are you guys doing?
What's up, man? I had a good time.
The Goons. Yeah, no.
It was weird playing something other than like normal mid laners.
Right.
I wasn't gonna play R either
Scion.
because I can't switch that up.
So what was the rationale behind the role swap?
That they were gonna keep picking ranged champions to counter Andre at every turn.
And Andre was just kept getting tilted, so we just wanted to get a fresh mindset.
Okay.
And we were like, wait, you can play Pantheon without restriction in the jungle? Go do that.
Let's just try our best. Yeah. No, I think it was a good mix up to just try to get something going, right?
Yeah. It ultimately didn't pan out great, but I think that especially like the bot lane, well, all 3 games bot lane was pretty even, except for that second game when that unfortunate hook came out.
Right.
And turned the tides, but this time bot lane was even, like, I think it was honestly in our favor.
Oh, it was an even game, much longer, and I said like as the game ended, like you cannot say the Goons did not go down without a fight.
Yeah. And I'm only really speaking from bot lane because I was there. I like the bot lane matchup against Callie because he only plays hook champions, and I love playing against hook champions because I download them. I know when they're gonna try and hook me, and I know how to dodge them. Like, if you see, how many hooks did he land on me?
Oh yeah, he was really going for the support. Yeah, no, Cal says the bot lane was fun as well. Like, so we have a lot of mutual respect for these bot lanes. I really like seeing that.
And I would love to do a queue with Cal one time because he looked a lot of fun to play with.
You're gonna have to get in line.
Dude, it's literally a line forming to play with Calligator. That's so funny.
That's what Darian said.
The field bot was fun. I think that if
you are nothing without your support.
I think that if I didn't engage when Annie got pulled, then the bot lane would have been slightly different. You wouldn't have had 2 kills and would have been able to run away with it. I think I could have stayed a little even for a little bit longer and maybe reached my power spike. I was only able to get 1 item that game, and I felt really bad playing the mouse. I probably should have picked something like a Zyra or even stayed on the Jinx because you know me, I'm very confident on that Jinx.
You're comfortable. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So the last sorry, Sean.
What were your thoughts with seeing Can Scion in the top lane?
I was honestly expecting lethality Scion, and I'm kind of sad I didn't see it.
Really? Yeah. Even though you know I do Can Scion.
Can Scion is funny. Yeah, so we do have open invites for Cal's friend requests apparently.
That's funny.
So my last question, I know you guys will be rebranding, but are we going to see the Goons make their triumphant return for the Abyss Cup?
I won't be there.
I will be there.
I won't because I start touring.
Fair enough, yeah.
But if you have any tournaments that aren't on weekends, I will be able to participate.
All right. Well, we'll definitely see most of you then, at least.
I want to see another meta tournament.
Oh, 100%. The rule set needs a little bit of tweaking, but we will 100% be bringing this one back.
Regular meta. I want to see
regular meta. Okay, yeah, we're going to be doing that one again, too. Like this, the goal is, Winter, we had a 3-0, so it is over.
We got fucking Yeah, we got SKT'd, unfortunately.
So the goal is to have monthly tournaments going from this point on.
Right,
which means, of course, standard rules come back, the off-meta will come back, and we will have the debut of the Howling Abyss one next time. And the Iron Cup, true. So, Goons, thank you so much for playing. Have a wonderful rest of your day. So, and that will conclude the Meta Cup Fam Squad, the team we had to assemble for like 3 days before the tournament, ends up taking it all. Which is very, very impressive. Yeah, and don't forget, anyone who is in the tournament, my Discord server is always available for our Looking for Game channel. Everyone is still around. So if you guys want to play together again, get some more practice, boost the community league stuff a little bit, that option is always there. And I love the degree of sportsmanship that we saw in this tournament. Very, very fun. Practice, lol. We're going to raid Oh! We're going to raid Mark. Dude, this guy was actually in Hextech. Or, not, I said Hextech because I'm thinking League. This guy was actually in Hunter x Hunter, by the way. What is practice? What is? So, again, everyone who participated, feel free to sign up for the Abyss Cup. I will get the dates to you immediately. I will be planning the next tournament as soon as possible because this is just too fun to not do again. Everybody, have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to love yourselves, respect each other, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, everyone.